first quarter?
You know, not really. They've dropped guys on us before, you know, with other teams like Southern Arkansas. You know, it's just coming out and just making reads. There were a couple times where I didn't do a good job of that, and I got to step it up and, you know, just didn't play my game today.
The linebackers had the first 2 picks, and they really don't go to a third or fourth, you know, cornerback. Were their linebackers maybe a little bit more athletic than you thought? I mean, they were able to break on a couple of those passes really well.
Well, they were certainly athletic. I mean, I think everybody is in the playoffs, but it's about the same thing that we've seen. I think both of those picks were bad reads. I should have came under. So I'm not making excuses. It's just should have made a better play.
The tip passes, I think they knocked down 8 at the line. Was that something that I haven't seen you guys before? Is that something that's cropped up at times, or was this the first team to really do that to you?
It has happened before, but it's a really good D-line. They're athletic and they can wait and bat passes down. And it gets frustrating, but you know, you just got to move past it.
Kevin, we've talked a lot about this year, kind of your ability, and you try really hard if something goes wrong to just kind of move on and forget about it. Those 2 interceptions in the first half, you know, the one was when you guys were going in, and another one they took for a touchdown. I mean, did that stick with you at all? I mean, because I mean those happen and they get a little bit further out. I mean, were those a little bit harder to overcome than maybe others earlier this year?
Not really. Every play is a new play, but I can tell you now, I remember that the whole offseason.
Yeah.
Coach, what happened to y'all's offense there in the third quarter?
Well, I think we were pretty stagnant to begin with. We had a big opportunity opening in the third quarter. We got a big turnover right there. We went 3 and out, attempted the field goal, missed the field goal. I mean, that was our opportunity to have a chance to make it a competitive game, and we just didn't do it. You know, they had a good game plan. They weren't really rushing the passer real hard. They had a lot of length on the defensive line. They got some big, tall kids in there, and they did a good job of, you know, when they saw they couldn't get there on the pass rush, getting their hands up. It was 8 or 9 passes, like you said, that they batted down. So, you know, that was really their game plan, is to try to keep everything in front of them in the secondary and use their defensive line to you know, to try to set a big screen up there, and they did a good job with that. So, you know, the bottom line is they executed their defense, and we didn't execute our offense. So. Got a good football team. I think they'll have an opportunity to go far in the playoffs.
After that, you guys missed the field goal, and then in 3 plays they go 80 yards, or maybe it's 4 plays. I mean, did you sense guys a little bit deflated after that? At that point, it's 30-14, I think.
Well, it's hard to overcome that against a good football team, and you could tell that kind of knocked the air out of us. You know, we had a lot of momentum right there when we got the turnover briefly, and you know, when they busted the long run on us, it was definitely a huge play. That was a huge swing right there, and we have a chance to, you know, cut the lead significantly right there, and then they add to their lead. And yeah, that was a huge turn of the game right there early in the third quarter.
How much did their multiple weapons affect what you guys were able to do on defense? It seemed like you'd stop 22 for a few plays. You know, they bring 26 in. You know, you got a long touchdown run. You threw the ball well. Did it become difficult because they were able to mix it so well with that?
Well, it was. I think at halftime they had completed 15 to 17 passes. Quarterback is an outstanding player. You know, they converted multiple 3rd down and 10 situations on us, and you know, that was something that was really big. They were able to keep the chains moving. Their running game, 22 is a great football player, and he's hard to bring down. I thought we contained him fairly well. I don't know how many yards he ended up with, but you know, you pretty much held him to, I don't know if he had to run over 20 yards, but then 26 comes in and breaks one for 80. So, you know, they've got some weapons right there that very capable football players.
Was there any one aspect you were more concerned with coming in? Was it, you know, well, if we can shut down the run and force them to pass, or you know, was there a focus for you guys?
Yeah, we felt like we needed to try to make them one-dimensional. They're really a really good running team, and they're a very capable passing team, as we found out today. But you know, anytime you play a team that's very good at both run and pass, you need to try to take one of them away from them, which I thought we did. Limit the run, with the exception of the big run. I thought we did a good job on the run game.
Hey, Coach, once they went up a couple touchdowns, and why not go to the run and slow the game down a little bit?
Well, that slowing the game down is really not what got us here. I mean, when you win 10 games in a row, you're going to do what brought you to the dance. That's what we tried to do. I mean, what we do best is throw the football, so that's what we wanted to continue to do. And when you get behind, I mean, you need to speed the tempo up a little bit. Try to make some big plays, and that's what we do best. So that's what we felt like was the the best opportunity for us to get back into the game.
Kevin,
So once you guys, found yourself 2-3 touchdowns, behind, what were you thinking then, or telling your guys then?
Well, I was thinking a miracle. I mean, you get down 3 touchdowns against a good football team, you got to have some big plays. You know, with the exception of the turnover we got it early in the third quarter, we really didn't make any big plays on defense. And I don't know, offensively, we had a couple of plays that we had an opportunity to hit a couple of deep passes, and we didn't execute those. We had a couple dropped that I thought we had the opportunity to catch. But, you know, just the way the game went, they made the big plays, we didn't. That's the difference in the game.
As you reflect back on the season, you have to be proud of this football team for all it's accomplished despite, I know it's disappointing, but you still have to be proud of this football team and the direction that the program is going following this outstanding season, conference championship, and all that, right?
Well, I am proud of this football team. I mean, we fought extremely hard today. I mean, there was no give up or quit that I saw out there. I mean, we continued to fight. And as a coach, that's what you want. I mean, we've never been in this situation this year. I mean, I think the most we've been down was 7 points, and that was in the second quarter of any football game. So this was really a new experience for a lot of our kids. They hadn't been put in this situation before, and unfortunately, we weren't able to fight our way out of it. But, you know, as a coach, you look to see, did your kids continue to fight? Yes, we did. And we've got great character on this football team. We've got a great senior class, a great group of kids that I'm proud of what we accomplished this year. There's only 15 football teams in the history of the state of Arkansas that went through a regular season undefeated. And now we're one of those. We're the 15th to do that. So, you know, we did accomplish a lot this year. Are we happy that we lost today? No. Are we going to come back starting next week and work hard to get that corrected and be better next year? Yes, we are. So I think you'll see this football team next year at this same time.
Kevin, you talked the other day about how coming into this game you really wanted to just kind of show on just kind of a bigger stage what you guys have kind of done in this league. You know, just after what happened today, is that humbling a bit, or is that disappointing because of that, or I mean, just kind of what are your feelings and all that, just kind of after today? Or
It is disappointing, but like Coach Max said, you have to bring your A game, and we didn't do that. And you know, you give credit where credit is due. Missouri Western's a great football team. They brought their A game, and you know, just drives us to work harder this offseason.
Coach, I know we've talked about Kevin all year, just how well he's done. I mean, but when you think about those 4 interceptions, when you think about them, I mean, were they bad reads, or were they those guys making good plays, or just kind of from what you remember from those?
Well, I mean, Kevin talked about it a little bit earlier. He made a couple of bad reads, you know, tried to force it in there a little bit. You know, when you're a quarterback and you're trying to make plays, then you're going to do that. If you throw the ball 50 sometimes, you're going to throw a couple of bad passes. Nobody's perfect. I mean, even the pros throw interceptions. But Kevin's had a great season. Probably is not proud or happy with the way he played today, but I'm still glad he's my quarterback, and I'm glad that he's going to be my quarterback for the next 2 years. I think you're going to see some great things from him.